Hi everyone, my name is Ram El Avram for AE Tuts Plus, and let's first have a look at what we're going to be creating today. Okay, I would like to be completely honest with you. I have tried to record and re-record this tutorial for about 2.5 months now, but every time I start to do it, something always seems to come up. Either it's a job or a new project or whatever, and I never get a chance to finish this tutorial. So I'm going to do a short tutorial, and what we're going to do, what we're going to create is the texture itself, and we're going to skip the entire cubes session. Okay, so let's go. First, we're going to create a new composition. We'll make it 400 by 400. We'll call this one ramp, and we're gonna add it a new solid. Doesn't matter which color. And we're going to add it the ramp effect. The ramp effect should be a radial ramp. The start of the ramp should be in the middle, and the end of the ramp should be at the bottom, somewhere around here. Should be fine. Okay. I'm gonna change the start color to, I don't know, something about maybe green, and the end color to blue or purple, or doesn't really matter. This looks nice. Maybe a lighter green. Okay. The end color should always be darker than the start color to get the correct final result. Next, we're going to create a new composition. Again, 400 by 400. And we're going to call it texture. And into the texture, we're going to drag the ramp comp. We're going to create a new adjustment layer called effects. I always find applying effects to an adjustment layer easier and more correct than applying it to the layer itself. We're going to apply 3 effects to the adjustment layer. First one is grid. And it should be normal. Width and height sliders. I'll make it 75 by 75. And that should be fine. Next, we're going to apply glow. And let's play with it a bit. Turn it to alpha channel. No, color channel. Okay. And we'll lower the glow radius to 0. And let's play a bit with the glow threshold until we get this circle. Play with it till you get something nice, something around this should be good. And next, we're going to apply the CC vector blur. So CC vector blur. And here's what we're going to do to it is the amount should be, you just need to play with it. That's about right. And I use the lightness as is, and the map softness should be a bit softer till you get something you like. Okay. So right now we have a real nice texture, but the vector blur added an alpha channel. So what we're going to do is pre-compose these 2 layers. So Control Shift C, move all attributes into the new composition. We'll call it texture pre-comp. And we're going to drag the ramp beneath it so it completes the alpha gaps created by the CC vector blur. And right now we have a static texture which doesn't really do anything. But if we'll change the colors, we'll see the texture has changed. And that's it. No, that's not it. Changing and animating the texture this way by jumping from one composition to another is a real awkward way to work. So we're going to create a nice control panel to do that. And to do that, we're going to create a new composition, call it main comp. To that comp, we're going to drag the texture. We're going to create a new adjustment layer, call it control layer. Or control panel. And let's see. First, I want to control the colors, the two colors in the ramp. Oh, you know what? To get the texture a bit more interesting, I'm going to duplicate this one. Actually, I'm going to call this one texture 01 and call this texture 02. And I'm going to scale it down to about 75% and rotate it 45 degrees. And I'm going to play with the blending modes. Maybe overlay, it's a bit rough. Screen, soft light. Let's see. I'm just pressing the Shift plus buttons. This looks nice. Shift plus and Shift minus. This works nice. Okay, now we get a even more interesting texture. So, once again, first I want to control the colors of the texture. So I'll create go to Effects, Expression Controls, and Color Control, and call this Start Color. Duplicate it, and call this one End Color. Okay, and next what we're going to do is we're gonna move the hold the left button on the ramp composition and drag it up. Now the ramp composition is in a separate place, and we can, if you'll hit the solid and hit E, you'll see the effect. Let's see things clear here. Okay, and hit E on the control panel so we can see the effects here as well. And what we're going to do now is alt click on the start color in the ramp composition, drag the peak width to the start color in the control panel, and do the same to the end color from the ramp composition to the end color in the main comp in the control panel. And that's it. We can close the ramp composition. And right now it doesn't look much, but that's because we got both colors red. And we're gonna change that. Let's see, what was it? Blue and doesn't really matter, green, whatever. But now you can see how the color changes the texture. So if I'll play with it, I can get real interesting results. Okay. And that's the key to the whole animation. So right now, let's say in this point in time, I want the colors to be as is, and I'll go to frame to 1 second later in the timeline, and change the colors to purple and let's see blue, maybe something green, or just play with it till you get something you like. And you can see the texture change. Now this holds so many animation options inside it. I use this texture to build the cubes, and I actually changed the texture every time the cubes hit the ground, which was 1 second. Every 1 second the cubes hit the ground. And oh, I did one more thing there, and that's I added a bit of a wiggle to the color. Below this expression, I added wiggle. So wiggle, open parentheses, and I use, I think, what was it, 0.8, because I wanted a real mellow, a real subtle wiggle. So it was 0.8, comma 0.3, I think. But you can play with these numbers. Okay, and again to this to the end color, I'll add the wiggle. 0.8, comma 0.3. Actually, that's not that subtle. Let's see, let's make it 0.5 and 0.5. 0.5 times a second and 0.1. Oh, sorry, 1. Okay, that's a bit more subtle. And we get a different result. And that's it. That's my color control texture. And I hope someday I will have the time to do the tutorial on how I did the jumping cubes with this texture. Of course, you don't have to use this dimensions. You can use any dimensions you want. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Once again, my name is Ramin Avraham for AE Tats Plus, and thank you very much.